These little stitches here are square Palestrina knot, and it's going to give a very similar look to some other knots depending on how you do it. And I just want to mention that this is Palestrina stitch done in a straight line. This is Sorbello knot. So these Italian knots are kind of the first cousins of the square Palestrina knot, which is shown here. So let's look at how to make this, and you can watch our other videos if you want to see how those other stitches are made. So think in terms of 4 corners. First, I'll make one that's fairly stretched out. I'll stab stitch it for the beginning so you can see how it's being made. I'm going to make a stitch down on the diagonal. So starting the way I would with the Palestrina stitch that's done in a straight line. Now I'm coming up here right underneath where I've just had sunk the needle down. Now when I complete the stitch, I'm going to end up down here, but I'm not ready for that yet. The trick with this is just to keep out your needle out of the way of your thread. So I'm just going underneath the thread that I just stitched down. See, now I've got that one little thread that's looped under here. And so to turn this into a knot, now notice that I'm coming on the, still underneath this, but to the right of this initial stitch that I made. And I have to come out over this working thread. So it's, okay, it sounds a little bit complicated when you do it. Now I have, you can see I've got kind of the 3 corners of it. See how I've made a knot that's kind of perched on to this stitch. And I can organize it first. And now that I can see it, I'm going to use the 4th corner of this square. And so there it is. There's my square Palestrina knot. So I can have these longer legs with it, or I can make it more compact. And they're both correct. This obviously is a more compact one. Now I'm stitching with the size 5 pearl cotton, and this is a milliner's needle, size 1. You could also use a size 22 chenille needle. So I'm coming, now I'll make a short little diagonal stitch. I'll make it a little bit shorter this time. Come up right below where I've sunk that down. And this will be a little different left-handed. That's for another video. Now I'm coming down, the thread, the working thread is to the right of my needle. So I'm bringing, however you want to look at it, the needle coming just under that thread, but not through the fabric. Now the thread is to the left of my needle, which is to say the needle is coming off to the right of the thread, and it's coming out over this thread. So that's the way I'm going to make a knot. The nice thing about this is it's a very firm, organized, symmetrical, just really a pretty knot. And you can get a lot of different looks with it. If you want to make one that's quite tight, we can make a very short stitch. It's just, you know, okay, you could live without knowing this knot, but I mean, why not learn it? I've come up underneath, going down at a diagonal, keeping the needle to the left of my thread. Now bringing it back under that original stitch that I put down. Now the needle is to the right of my thread, coming out over my thread. Take a look at your knot, see where it is, and then just kind of sink it down to the back, and voila, you have a nice, chunky, little, compact knot that is definitely not going to go anywhere. It's going to stay in place.